The following is a presentation of Godaway Sports.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to North Olmsted, Ohio at the Soccer Sportsplex here as we are doing battle in indoor soccer again. MASL 3, our Cleveland Samba, playing their second home game of the 2025-26 season, first home game in the calendar year of 2026 as they play host once again to the Sahara Gunners. It was a shootout, a heck of a shootout. Last time these two teams squared off back on December 20th, almost exactly a month ago, these two teams went at it for three quarters, and the Samba pulled away with a 10-1 fourth quarter en route to that 22-10 victory. Good evening, everybody. My name is Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer, alongside our cameraman, Donald Van Horn, as we are going to our second game here in Godaway Sports in the semi-pro realm, but more importantly, in the indoor soccer realm, Cleveland Samba, our Cleveland Samba, coming off a tough loss against a very red-hot Rock City Boom back on January 3rd, 2 weeks ago, by a score of 23-3. So, first two games was a tale of two games pretty much. A lot of shots going off against the Gunners back on December 20th, but they did not really get much shots off against the Rock City Boom on the road back on the 3rd. So, Coach Reno DiStefano definitely going to adjust to what he saw in those first two games. He is going to get his guys ready and prepared tonight, and we will take it to Coach Reno DiStefano.
I'm standing here with Reno DiStefano. And, Coach, how are you going to take on the Sahara Gunners in round two tonight? What's your insight, game plan?
Sahara's a really strong physical team. We know they've got good players. We know they're fast. We know they're physical. We know they can score goals. So we got to go in there and just be on our toes and make sure that we really get after it right off the rip.
And fast and physical is what you guys were in the first meeting, 63 shots in the first meeting. How will you continue that aggressive attack in round two?
We went into the last couple training sessions and tried a couple different things up to kind of fine-tune our game plan and whatnot. So we're gonna see how that unfolds tonight. I've got confidence that we've got guys who are fit. They want to be here and battle hard. So I think that we're just going to continue to focus on those couple of game points that we were working on in those training sessions.
You guys got a good starting six, but you guys have a good, solid bench. How will you utilize the bench tonight?
It's indoor soccer, so anyone who's a fan of the sport knows it's just like hockey, where we're getting these guys on and off the field within, ideally a minute or a minute and a half, tops. So that's how we're just gonna, it's very important. That's my job, to keep these guys organized on the bench and make sure that that they're ready to go.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Noah.
And yes, Coach DiStefano was talking about indoor soccer being a very fast-paced game because, it's kind of like hockey. Both teams, just really play fast and physical. It's a game of fast and physical, a lot of tenacity around here on the floor or around the court. And you're definitely going to see some key guys tonight with the likes of Connor Hollett coming in off the bench, as well as Cannon Dees coming off the bench. So we were talking a little bit about the bench. This is a very solid bench coming off, and giving the starters a good heck of a rest. They're going to switch in, they're going to switch out, and it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast-paced switching in and switching out of the substitutions. And you see guys like Cannon Dees definitely going to charge on the attack when he comes off the bench. So here is Cannon Dees right now.
I'm standing here at Cannon Dees. And what is your insight and game plan tonight to take down the Sahara Gunners in round 2?
Yeah, we've been working hard at training this week, trying to bounce back from a rough game at Rochester, trying to implement sort of an identity, something to latch on to, something to believe in for the rest of the season. So hopefully tonight it looks a little more organized than the last couple of games, getting guys more on the same page.
In the last couple of games, it was a tale of like 2 games, like shot 63 in the first game, but in the second game, not so much. So how are you going to balance that tonight?
Yeah, hopefully we get back to that first game with a lot of shots. That second game, Rochester's a good team. They're organized. We learned a lot about ourselves in the game in that match. So again, coming back to training, working on those things. Hopefully it mirrors more of that first game than our last one.
And how you guys use your energy, both on the starting lineup and coming off the bench tonight?
Yeah, indoor is a game of substitutions. That's a huge piece of it. Whatever team is more energized, more fresh, ready to go, subbing more often, typically has the advantage. So as long as we can get our subs in and out, we'll be good to go.
All right, thank you, Ken.
Yeah, thank you.
Kennedy's just one of those guys in that solid lineup. And Connor Hollett is the other one leading on the lineup tonight with his 4 goals on the year. The leading scorer in goals is not here tonight, Mikey Schmid. So Connor Hollett is going to have that next man up mentality. He is just going to come off with a lot of fire. So Connor Hollett, I saw a lot of him in that first game. Just getting things off the bats is what he wants to do. Wants to start this game off fast. He wants to suffocate Buffalo. He wants to give them a run for their money and definitely try to adjust from those first 2 games. So we will send it to Connor Hollett right now.
I'm standing here with Connor Hollett. And Connor, what's your insight and game plan tonight to take down the Sahara Gunners in round 2?
I think if we execute on what we've been working on practice and work hard like we did in the first game and then not let them see the ball and finish our chances, we should be able to take control of it and keep the game in our lead for most of the whole time.
And it was very close in the first meeting until that fourth quarter, a 10-1 fourth quarter. How will you look to pull it away even closer, even earlier in round 2?
I think really with what we've been working on in practice lately is going to be the game changer for us. We've got, first game was the beginning of the season, and now we've been working on a lot of stuff, and I think with executing that, we should be able to draw even further ahead at the beginning of the game.
And you guys are a solid attacking team, just fast and physical. How will you look to do the same tonight?
Move the ball fast, don't let them get under our skin, and then just keep them off of us and put the ball in the back of the net.
Thanks, Connor.
You're welcome.
And we're just about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff here in the Soccer Sportsplex. So let's take a look at the Sahara Gunners from the city of Buffalo playing their second game here in the Soccer Sportsplex. This year, they are currently 1-2 with that loss back on December 20th here, and actually a win at Youngstown 7-3 2 weeks ago on the 3rd, and last week they played host to Rock City Boom, a very short drive for Rock City. It didn't matter as Rock City just put 22 goals on the board, and the Gunners only able to pick up 1 goal. So definitely going to have to be a big turnaround for this Buffalo team who averages 6 goals per average. And one of the players coming in tonight, Douglas Shibawi, we saw him in that first meeting, currently has 6 points to his name and 5 goals on the year. Tied with Ali Shawish, number 7, who we also saw in that first meeting. Not sure if he's here tonight on the roster, as this is semi-pro. It's pretty much part-time for these guys, so they just pretty much play whenever they're available. So I saw Shiboe, at least, in the lineup tonight, number 19. So he is going to be your force to be reckoned with for those Sahara Gunners. And starting at the goalie tonight is number 0, Connor Russell for Buffalo. An SA of 88, goals against 47, and a save percentage of .466. Well, we're also going to take a key look at the goalie for the Samba. Your starting goalie tonight is Kiefer Reed. Kiefer Reed was the starting goalie in that last meeting, and filling in for him is Nick Homick at the goalkeeper. And actually, here's your starting lineup overall for the Cleveland Samba. Goalkeeper number 91, Kiefer Reed. At defense, number 33, Anthony DeMarco. At defense, number 13, Jordan Lewis. In the middle, 67, Matt Sladany. In the middle, number 2, Milian Evans. And at the forward position, number 9, Nick Zagarar. So we are approaching 3.5 minutes away here. It looks like both teams are getting ready as you see the Sahara Gunners huddle up. As you see the Sahara Gunners huddle up around the left side to the left side of our screen. Currently under 500, looking to get back to 500. Trying to just kind of a seesaw their way in this 2025 to 26 season. Their third game here on the calendar year of 2026. And here's your starting lineup tonight for the Sahara Gunners. So your starting lineup tonight for the Sahara Gunners. At goalkeeper is Connor Russell, number 0. Number 19 at forward is Douglas Shibowie. At forward, number 10, Wasim Ahmad. At middle, number 30, Hassani Sao. At defense, number 14, Daniel Lopez. At defense, number 12, Hugh Davis. And you're going to see a solid bench, at least with Sebastian Lopez leading the charge at defense, number 31. And it looks like the starters for the Cleveland Samba getting ready to do battle. So we have an official roster now for the Sahara Gunners. Here in the middle of January, as this is game number 3. Only game number 3 for the Samba. And game number 4 for the Sahara Gunners. A lot of anticipation here as both teams do not hesitate to get on the field. Buffalo still a little huddle. Still have a little huddle around. Looks like they want to start this game officially at 6 p.m. But who's ready for some MASL soccer? So this is meeting number 4 in the all-time series ever since the Samba joined last year in the 2024 to 25 season. So your scores: Samba won them all, 3-0, 23-9, 18-8, and of course 22-10. Back on December 20th. So off we go, as we are about ready to do battle. We just want to remind you that this broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use for audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So as always, 15-minute quarters. Hopefully we'll get some power plays with blue cards. It's kind of similar to hockey as you got 6 guys for each team out on the field, including the goalie. So Sahara was standing at the center circle. As they decide to go back to the bench to try to maybe make some adjustments, maybe make some last minute adjustments. But this game has been brought to you by 2025 official partner of the Samba, Suds McGuire Bar and Grill, as well as Matthew Werner, Realtor. Dial 440-429-6657 or mwerner@kw.com. That is Matthew Werner, Realtor with KW Elevates, Keller Williams. So the Gunners finally come out on the field, ready to do battle. Number 10, Wasim Ahmad at the center circle, ready to get things going for the Sahara Gunners. And the whistle blows, and we are officially underway here in round 2. And taken by number 13, that is Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis trying to get some key action here at home. Goes way down to the other side, trying to avoid a little 3 lines call that is similar to icing in hockey. And now number 67, Matt Skladany, in the mix there. And now Jordan Lewis back with it. And we get a whistle blown 34 seconds into this game. So that's going to be the call on number 30, Asani Sao, for the Sahara Gunners. And it looks like we get a penalty kick coming. That was by number 9, Nick Segarra. And now taken by the Sahara Gunners. Once again, going down to the corner. And the Samba trying to get that snatch in, trying to get a little 2-on-1 action. Number 9 losing it for the Samba. Nick Segarra, and a hard booming kick, and Anthony DeMarco able to get it right back. In the corner is Million Evans, and now taken by the goalie, Connor Russell. Connor Russell just decides to throw it deep down the field. And Cannon Dees in there and taking it away for the Samba. Samba back on offense yet again, but it's picked in the pocket. Take it right back as Dees hustling it to the center. And a nice booming kick by number 6. That is Jake Gratzer. Jake Gratzer, another key player to watch out for, coming in off the bench. And the throw out by Connor Russell. Here comes the head bump, and now Cannon Dees gives it back to Dees. And it looks like the Sahara Gunners were playing a little bit of man zone, as it was number 14 for a brief second, Daniel Lopez. And it's it! It is a goal for the Samba.
Good work, boys.
1-0 Cleveland Samba. As the score there by number 6, Jake Gratzer. Jake Gratzer getting yet another key goal. That's back on it, and goal! So, just in the blink of an eye, scoring there for the Samba was number 18, George Cottenden. the middle player. So already 2-0 and just 2.5 minutes gone by here in this game. Trying to get in there is George Kephart in the middle. I mean, actually in the corner, excuse me. Kephart had it taken away for a second. And now here comes the kick there by number 15, Mitch Boyer. Mitch Boyer on the defense. Now here come the Gunners trying to get it in. Already down 2-0. Having it there for a brief second was number 11, Yvonne Wangu. Now taking by number 31, Sebastian Lopez. 3 minutes gone by in this one. And a dive to the ground for the goalie, Kiefer Reed. Kiefer Reed throws it down the field. And Reed gets it off. This is now number 9. That was number 9, Nick Segarra, who just had it a brief second ago. And now taken by number 17 for the Gunners, Mohammed Bakar. So back in action. And it's a goal! In there was number 67, Max Gladany. And already 3 quick goals. And we're not even 4 minutes into this one. So already just 4 minutes in, 3 quick goals by the Cleveland Samba here in the first quarter of action. It's Million Evans trying to get it away from number 10, Wasim Ahmad, but Ahmad wins that and take it back by Anthony DeMarco. Kick there, out of bounds by Kiefer Reed. Here comes a sub for the Samba. It's now number 28, Connor Hollick. Connor Hollick coming off the bench. The leading scorer in this lineup tonight with 4 goals on the year. So he's averaging 2 goals a game. 1-1 Cleveland Samba trying to get back to above 500 here in this early stage of their season. Jordan Lewis trying to get out of that 2-on-1. Lewis denied there by Connor Russell. And now Sahara going the other way. Number 24 in there. 24 not on the official roster. Now Jordan Lewis just kicks it down the middle, taken back by number 12, Q Davis. It's up for grabs, back here by Davis in the middle. That's taken back to the middle by Wasim Ahmad. And good snatching. Good job getting into the basket by Kiefer Reed as he just rolls it down to Jake Ratzer. So just over 5 minutes gone by here in this first quarter. And a 3-0 Samba lead. Trying to get it off the D's, and D's trying to get down the middle, and he scores on the corner kick. Cannon D's making it a 4-0 Samba game. And they are just rolling away with it early, but you saw some fight in the Sahara Gunners in the last meeting. So not counted over yet. We are only 5.5 minutes into this one. Gunners taking it back. George Kephart trying to get down to the glass, down to the corner, and now Connor Russell had to kick it out, the goalie. Just a little neck on neck down there. Taken by the Gunners as they're trying to attack here on offense. And a good snatch. there by Kiefer Reed as he throws it down to George Kephart. And trying to get out of there was Hogan Kern, but sliding down in the middle were the Gunners. Trying to get out of this early hole. And the center. Now it looks like Mitch Boyer trying to give it back to George Kephart. And good pass off in the assist there by George Contondon. Hogan Kern finishes the job. 5-0 here in the first quarter with 8:27 to go. Assists by 18, score by 17. A little backwards, but it doesn't matter as they are just getting on the scoreboard as much as they please. Samba being dominant early. Taken back there by number 67, Max Gladany. Jordan Lewis trying to get it off to DeMarco, but picked off here. And now trying to get it was Wasim Ahmad, but a good kick blocked. Looks like that was Splendani. So just under 8 minutes to go, first quarter of play. And it looks like Million Evans, a good acrobatic kick there. As the Samba retain possession, but Splendani loses it. And now here comes Ahmad. Ahmad having to kick it back down to the other third as he gives it off to number 14, Daniel Lopez. And now back to Ahmad. Trying to play a little cat and mouse game and trying to get in there. Looks like that was Shaboe, but denied by Kiefer Reed. Just rolls it down like a bowling ball. And now Cannon D's hustling. Good agility. Million Evans around the glass. And good. Almost a good snatch there by Connor Russell as he was met by contact. So it looks like it's going to be a call there on the Samba as there's a lot of contact with Connor Russell. 7:12 to go here, first quarter of play, and here comes that free kick from Connor Russell. Sahara still with possession and kicked out of bounds by number 12, Charlie Cruz. And we got a timeout here on the floor. So your score here is the Cleveland Samba 5 and the Sahara Gunners nothing. We thank you for watching this presentation of Godaway Sports. This game being brought to you by Simbase Systems. Christopher David Oswald on 29570 Clemens Road in Westlake. Dial 216-282-8192. That is 216-282-8192, or go to www.simbay.com. And for the healthiest you, go to Dr. Maximilian Zart at the Chiropractor Center in Strongsville. Dial 440-238-3338. That is 440-238-3338. That is on 12608 Almeida Road, Almeida Drive in Strongsville, Ohio. That is 12608 Almeida Drive in Strongsville, Ohio, 44149. So 6:58 to go in the opening quarter as the Samba just rolling away, getting a huge cushion early on in the first 8 minutes of action. Already with a nice 5-goal lead. The Gunners are missing a key piece tonight. Ali Shawish, not on the lineup tonight for the Gunners. He had a lot of good action in that last meeting. Well, probably an availability issue caused him not to be here tonight. But here come the Gunners with the ball. They're back on their own side of the goal. As it looks like Jake Gratzer getting in there. Good defense by him. And that was blocked by number 11, Ivan Wangui. They're just trying to spin around, just trying to keep it out of the grasp of the Samba defense. And Kennedy is able to get it right back. Kennedy's hustling down and just tapping it down to Kiefer Reed. But right there for the tanking is Wangui. And now number 28 trying to get it, Connor Hollett. And kick up for grabs. And hustling down for the Gunners is number 22, Maurice Chenner. And now here comes the kick by Jake Gratzer and a good defensive steal. Good defensive steal there by the Gunners. And now here comes the kick here by Mitch Boyer. Mitch Boyer down to the corner. And Connor Hollett trying to get a good crack at it, but well too high. So here comes some subs here for the Gunners. And it looks like Connor Hollett going to go back to the bench himself, George Kepler, to replace him. 5:36 to go in your opening quarter here on Godaway Sports from the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted, Ohio. MASL 3 indoor soccer action. And here comes the kick in too far out to the right for number 18, George Cottenden. And now the hustle, Shaboey blocked by Kiefer Reed. Kiefer Reed able to get in there at the last second. And it looks like they're going to call that on number 17, Hogan Kern. Now here comes a penalty kick coming for number 24 for the Gunners. We apologize, not on our official roster. An unsuccessful penalty kick there. Now Hogan Kern sliding down to the ground a little bit, trying to get back some traction. And now the Gunners trying to pick up the tempo a little bit. A little zone here by the Gunners. Just trying to get that slice down between the gaps. They're standing around the box outside, but Kiefer Reed able to dive in there, and a quick throwdown by Kiefer Reed. It's taken here by number 18, George Cottenden, but the Gunners taking control right back. Number 24, just passing it off to Wasim Ahmad. Ahmad, shot blocked, and it's up. Kiefer Reed there again. Kiefer Reed holding on to this shutout with just over 4 minutes to go first quarter. And the snatch in there by Connor Russell gives the Gunners the possession. Good hustle in there by number 9, Nikola Zagarek. And now here comes Ahmad. Ahmad trying to get some good footwork, but once again denied, just rejected. Left to right here by Kiefer Reed. Trying to attack here is Ramik Narowski. Narowski unsuccessful, and Narowski trying to get it back. And it's up. It did hit the net. They were arguing it hit the net, and it does hit the net from what they say. So it looks like this little free kick here coming up for the Samba. Anthony DeMarco trying to get it off, and it looks like we have a huge collision as a player down in pain for the Gunners. So, player down, injury timeout. We will step aside here on Godaway Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
We apologize for the quick end of the commercial as we are quickly back into action with just over 3 minutes to go, first quarter of play. And a shot block there. Looks like that was Nikola Zagurak. And now Millian Evans. Millian Evans was at the center. And here comes number 9, Nikola Zagurak. Trying to get out of that double team and taken by Wasim Ahmad for a brief second. But now the Gunners getting it right back, but good shot block by Cannon Dees and Magui. But here comes number 67 for the Samba, Skladany, and a good save there by Connor Russell. And Ahmad losing the handle as Cannon Dees on the other side, on the side of their own goal. Cross the field, 2Ds at the corner. Kicked there by Connor Russell, and that hit the net. The fans in the stands being protected by the net. That is separating them from the field of play, as well as that glass. Can't forget the glass. And Dylan Keeling in the game now for the Samba, number 11. He was around the middle. And Connor Hollett gets it in! And a goal there for Connor Hollett. Once again, the bench player coming in hot. 6-0 Samba. It's been all Samba here in this first quarter with 2:03 to go. What a nice spurt to start off this game, to start off this second meeting. And now here comes the kick down the field. And now number 87, George Kepfart, losing it. And now the Gunners go the other way, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight, but nothing doing. As scooped up by Kiefer Reed. Clock continues to roll with just under 1:40 seconds. And now Ramit Narowski trying to get it off to Kepfart and having to bail him out was number 18, George Cottenden. And now gets it off to Mitch Boyer. They were calling to get the ball off to Mitch Boyer. But it's taken right back by Sahara. And now number 17, Hogan Kern. Hogan Kern was in there for a brief second. And now they get it off to Mitch Boyer on the other side. Mitch Boyer, too far out to the right. Good shot there by Boyer, but just a little too wide. And here come the Gunners trying to get in, but Kiefer Reed just blocking and blocking. He is everywhere. He is everywhere around that box right now. As George Kepfart receives the roll from Kiefer Reed. And now, here comes Skladany. Skladany, can he finish? No, he's going to pass it off to Millian Evans. Millian Evans gets it back off the block by Russell. And Russell able to get it on the nice little save there as he rolls it down. And now number 24. Trying to do something for the Gunners as under 10 seconds now. Can the Gunners try to get one goal here before the buzzer sounds? No! It hit the top of the goal, and that will do it here for the first quarter of play. So it's a 6-0 Cleveland Samba lead over the Sahara Gunners in round 2 of this season series. We'll be back after this message on Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use for audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. So we start quarter number 2 with a nice 6-0 advantage for the Cleveland Samba. Glad you're all spending your Saturday here watching some soccer. We all know the NFL playoffs are going on right now, and obviously football is definitely a sport we all love here at Godaway. As we have the score here for the Buffalo Bills game, they are trailing the Denver Broncos 23-10 with 11.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Just for a brief update in the divisional round game, and a good, solid performance so far by Denver with 17 points in the second quarter. So that is your update from Mile High in the divisional playoff game. But back here in North Olmsted, Ohio, we will start quarter number 2 as Connor Hollett at the center circle for the Cleveland Samba. And a kick down. It's taken a little bit of time there. Now Jake Gratcher. Jake Gratcher picking up the pace. Jake Gratcher too high. Hit the net. So whistle blows and out of bounds there on Jake Gratzer. As Connor Russell just decides to chuck it down the field. And Douglas Shaboe had it for a brief second. But once again, it looks like Kiefer Reed staying in there for this second quarter. He didn't play the second or fourth quarter in the first meeting, but it looks like a different strategy this time by the coaching staff of the Samba, led by their head man and owner, Reno DiStefano. And a little bit of a tug there. But here comes Douglas Shaboe. His shot is unsuccessful. Kiefer Reed once again there for the goalie save. They're at the corner, and Kiefer Reed ducking down to block that shot. And here comes the shot again. The shot was taken by number 22, Maurice Channer. But still no goal here so far as Kiefer Reed able to throw it down the field. Wagui, just a lot of tough defense there by George Ketmar. And he throws it down the field as Connor Russell. And looks like we are going to get a call here. Looks like Mitch Boyer going to be called with that little foul. As taking it here for the Gunners is Maurice Channer. Once again, tight defense. Too high as the Gunners still unable to get on the board. It looks like number 14, Daniel Lopez, unable to get that shot as he goes back to the bench. Slide down by Mitch Boyer, just trying to stop that roll of the ball. 13-11 to go in the first half. And we got a player down, but getting right back up. Getting right back up there looks like George Cotton at number 18 for the Samba. Just under 2 minutes gone by here in quarter number 2. Samba still holding on to this shutout right now. Looks like the official holding onto the soccer ball right by the box where Kiefer Reed is defending. As he gives the ball off to Kiefer Reed, and Kiefer Reed chucks it down. Wasim Ahmad trying to get there, and Skladany, number 67, in there. George Kipfart trying to get out of the grasp. As Kipfart once again back at it, taken by Wasim Ahmad. Ahmad. As Mitch Boyer once again in the action. Trying to get some separation here are the Gunners. And here comes the shot off of Kiefer Reed, and a goal here for number 30, Hassani Isao. So your score now in the second quarter is 6-1 as the Sahara Gunners, after about 17 and a half minutes of action, finally able to get on the board. And we have another player down as we got a Gunner. He's down in pain, so we'll try to send it to a commercial break while they take care of the injured player.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
So players slow to get up. It looks like that was Wasim Ahmad heading back to the bench under his own power. So it could have been worse. He was down for about a good minute or two. Off we go. A 6-1 Samba lead. After the goal there by the Sahara Gunners, they cut it down to 5. And a good back kick. That goes to the corner. Jordan Lewis just trying to avoid a foul. Comes a little 2-on-1. Elion Evans getting in there along with Skladany. Skladany trying to snatch it away. Milion Evans in there. He takes it right back, but here comes the dribble and the kick and a goal. You saw this in the first meeting. They are not quitting. Daniel Lopez makes it a 6-2 game. And we apologize for the words that were expressed out there. He didn't know he was around the mic, so he will go back to the bench. But 12 minutes to go in this one, in the first half at least, as the kick out of bounds from number 11, Dylan Keeling. Way too high, and the throw there by Connor Russell. And Cannon Dees, good defense as Kiefer Reed able to get the save. And here comes Cannon Dees, kick down to the corner. And snatch away again by Connor Russell. We are about 3.5 minutes into this second quarter. 2 quick goals here by the Gunners. It's a tail quarters yet again. Down but not out for the count. Cannon Dees gets the pass off. And taken away here by number 22. That was Maurice Chandler. And a good dive and a roll by Kiefer Reed. Reed not celebrating as he's still playing the game. Still a lot of soccer to be played as Mitch Boyer gives it off to Jake Gratzer at the middle. The man-to-man was closing in a little bit. And the kick there, it was partially blocked. Jake Gratzer back at it. And here comes the boot down the middle, giving it off to Hassani Sal, who scored the game's first goal for the Gunners. Now the good kick of the foot by Kiefer Reed. Reed just being very athletic. And now taken by Hogan Kerr. Hogan Kerr skip away by Connor Russell. The kick up and blocked by Mitch Boyer. Here comes a good block by Ramit Nurowski, but taken back by number 24. And trying to finish there was number 17, Mo Bakar. But no cigar. A kick away there by Continent, but to the wrong side of the field. Number 24 just gets the pass off to his teammate Bakar, and Bakar shot unsuccessful. Kiefer Reed skips it off again. 9 minutes to go, first half. And they're going to say too many men out there on the field. So too many men out there on the field is the official's call. So here we go. It's going to be a blue card, as we got a little bit of a 5-on-4. The advantage right now going towards the Gunners. Here comes the power play with 8:58 to go in the first half. So it was too many men on the field. That is cause for a blue card. And now here comes the bit of a corner kick. As the power play begins. So our first power play here tonight, all because of too many men on the field. And Skladany was down there for the count. Now the Gunners trying to take advantage of this power play as number 14, Daniel Lopez, being patient. It's back and forth. Off to number 31, Sebastian Lopez. Not sure there's any relation there, but back to Daniel Lopez. Back to Sebastian Lopez. Lopez to Lopez. It's taking their time. Maybe taking too much time. But here comes the shot, and no goal, just outside. So close. But now they're going to set it back up. That's the kick there, blocked by Kiefer Reed again. That was the shot there by Daniel Lopez. Now in the middle, once again, Daniel Lopez. And the kick blocked again by Reed. They had to keep it out of the sight of Kiefer Reed, as we got 30 seconds left, under 30 seconds left in this power play. And Reed trying to save. Looks like no goal. No goal. And here comes the end of the power play as Melion Evans going back in, and Jordan Lewis checking back in as well for the Samba. Looks like a heavy rotation here for the Cleveland Samba. as they win the power play disadvantage. And the kickoff there by Bailey on Evans. They're at the corner. Taken by Jordan Lewis. Jake Gratzer at the middle. Shot blocked in the middle. And goes out of bounds as it grazed the net. And now here comes Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis just scooping it down to Bailey on Evans, who kind of stumbled there a little bit. Jake Gratzer now at the middle. It was Charlie Cruz at the center circle. Taking his time, Sebastian Lopez too far to the right. As we are approaching 6 minutes to go, first half of play. The score, the Cleveland Samba 6 and the Sahara Gunners 2. Here comes the kick, number 24, unsuccessful. Right there in the middle. Reed scooping it off to Evans, and Evans was trying to get it off to Sigarak. Now Cottondon. Cottondon holding on to the possession for now. And the kick there, and no. Sigarak was right there, but he didn't have the position, and a goal for the Samba. As the score there. Looks like they're going to give that to number 9, Sigarak. So 7-2 as we have a timeout here on the floor as the Cleveland Samba are back on top by 5 goals. We once again thank you for watching this game. This game being brought to you by Barrett Financial Group. John Washburn, Dean of Mortgages, Philip Spagnolo, VP of Lending, and Nick Mastropetro, Mortgage Broker. The Barrett Financial Group, LLC, on 8500 Station Street, Suite 300K in Mentor, Ohio, 44060, and by BWE Investment Sales. Go to www.bwe.com/investment-sales, led by Anthony DeMarco, Senior Vice President, as well as Team Captain here on the Samba, Bill Stevens, Vice President, Sammy Banak, VP and Transaction Manager, and Alex Rumlianchi, Senior Associate. That is BWE Investment Sales. Once again, go to www.bwe.com/investment-sales. 5:26 to go in the first half of play. As Nicola Sigarak able to get it in the goal and making it a 5-goal lead again. The kick there down to the corner. They're at the middle. As they give it back here to Wagui, number 11 for the Gunners, and now number 87. George Kephart for the Samba gives it to Milion Evans. Kephart was hustling, but there was a Samba there, a Samba player, and Anthony DeMarco just sidekicks it. DeMarco calling the play there behind the line. Controlling the tempo right now as they're around the corner. And here comes the kick and out of bounds. George Kephart just well too far out. Connor Hollett going back in. You've seen Connor Hollett getting key minutes off the bench here tonight, as he is done throughout the early stages of this season. And now number 19, Douglas Shiboe. And the scoop there by Kiefer Reed as we approach 4 minutes to go now, first half. Down to the glass. Here comes the kick down the middle. They just give it right back here to Connor Russell, the goalie for the Gunners. Kind of tripping there a little bit. Looks like that was Cannon Dees. Now the kickoff to the glass. It's anyone's game right now. At least in the middle of the field. In terms of scheme, at least. Here comes some contact. But Dylan Keeling is not going to be called for the foul. Looks like they're going to say it's incidental. So here comes Wasim Ahmad. Wasim Ahmad was a little shaken up a little while ago, but he's checking back into the game now. As Ahmad losing the handle on a collision. As Cannon Dees trips down to the ground. It looks like this free kick coming up here for Dees, and Dees has decides to get a little side kick in. And the scoop there. As the throw down the field by Connor Russell. Mitch Boyer right there and trying to get it down. Hogan Kern was right there for the Samba. And now here comes a hustle by Ramit Nuwarowski, but the ball is going well out of the vicinity. And now Nuwarowski back with it, but shot blocked. And here comes the good defense again by Cleveland. They're at the center circle. And now just under 2 minutes to go, first half. In the middle, Wasim Ahmad. Now Mo Bakar. Mo Bakar trying to finish, but he hesitates a little bit. And the hesitation caused him to slip up a little bit. As nowhere near the goal. And a shot blocked by Keaton Reed, as he's been doing this entire first half, only giving up what is 2 goals. Compared to a stellar offense, Hogan Kern unsuccessful, but it's in the goal for Cleveland. 8-2 is your score. As getting it in at the last second was number 18, George Cottondale. .109 to go, first half of play. And back up to a 6-goal lead. As a little tap in the goal by George Cottondale. With just a little tap. Just getting it right over Connor Russell. The Samba back in business. And the clock running down here in the first half. And the Gunners trying to pick up the tempo again. Looks shot blocked again. Looks like that was Lopez, Sebastian Lopez, getting that shot off for Sahara. What a first half it has been. 8 goals scored here by the Samba offense. And now 20 seconds. The shoot as it's possession arrow going to Cleveland. And now Jordan Lewis gets it in the goal. Jordan Lewis just adding on to the total here in the first half. Largest lead of the first half for Cleveland. 11 seconds to spare. A 9-2 lead. Probably one last chance of a possession here for the Gunners. If they can even get their foot on the ball, which they do. but it's taken by Millian Evans for a second. It's at 6 seconds. Number 24 trying to finish, but Millian Evans just swipes it away. Now 1 second as he gets it off, but it hits the net. But it is halftime here in the Soccer Sportsplex. A dominant 9-goal first half by the Cleveland Samba offense. The Sahara Gunners cracked in a little bit, but they have a lot of work to catch up at. So we'll send it to our halftime commercials as the score. Cleveland Samba 9 and the Sahara Gunners 2. You are watching Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you are interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away. Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Godaway Broadcasting Company, LLC, for the private use of our audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or other accounts of the game without Godaway Broadcasting Company's consent is prohibited. Off we go to start half number 2 here in North Olmsted in the MASL3 regular season. This is game 3 for the Cleveland Samba, game 4 for the Sahara Gunners. Sahara Gunners 1-2, and the Cleveland Samba 1-1. The Samba had a 9-goal first half, a nice stellar offense. Once again, players able to score all around the book. Gunners just being held to dry. Offense not having any answers for that stingy defense that the Samba has. Now, Samba once again take control. Anthony DeMarco standing there around the glass. And a collision there, falling to the ground was Jordan Lewis. And now taken back. It's partially. And no. Taken here by number 0, Nick Homek. Nick Homek coming in to fill in for Kiefer Reed in this third quarter. Kiefer Reed played the entire first half, and looks like Homek may be getting the second half duties here as he once again gets it and throws it down to Anthony DeMarco. Marco swipes the leg for a second as he got it back and passes it off. And here comes the goal! The goal for Million Evans makes it a 10-2 Samba lead. 10 goals here, double digits yet again for the Samba. So now, 2 of their first 3 games, both against the Gunners, they have been able to get on the double-digit category. Still a lot of work to be done. Only a minute gone by here in this third quarter. Trying to hustle down is Nick Holmack. Nick Holmack. High collision, and a blue card is coming up. A blue card is coming up. Looks like we got a timeout here. It's Kiefer Reed back in the mix for the Cleveland Samba. Filling back in for Nick Holmack. Looks like the foul was called on Nick Holmack. The blue card was called on Nick Holmack. So it looks like we have a lone shoot penalty kick for Wasim Ahmad. Kiefer Reed there at the goal. And it's Anthony DeMarco, the team captain, calling plays, calling the execution from the bench. Anthony DeMarco, the team captain, coming out onto the field. He calls a timeout. Trying to explain the rule here. Since it's 5-second dead ball, that's what he's trying to say. So here comes Wasim Ahmad. As the officials still huddling around the scores table, but they finally go back out onto the field. As soon as he kicks the ball, they'll start the clock. That is what they're saying here. So Ahmad gets the whistle. Here comes the shootout. And he lost traction. And yes, it's a goal there for Wasim Ahmad as he got in on the shootout kick. similar to hockey, a shootout kind of style action. And it's actually 10-3, not 11-2. Beg your pardon. 13:38 to go off of the shootout kick by Wasim Ahmad. That was because the blue card was called on Nick Homick, the goalie for the Cleveland Samba. So a huge, huge blue card. But still 5 men out there for the Samba, as it was just for that brief shootout kick. And taken here by Connor Russell, the goalie. That could give the Gunners some momentum to get back in this game, but back on offense are the Samba trying to get it in. Jake Gratzer, yes he does! Jake Gratzer finds a quick way to respond for the Samba and gets it back up to an 8-goal lead. So, heck of a way to respond out of that shootout kick. Noah Ricks here on Godaway Sports, your play-by-play announcer. Alongside our cameraman, Donald Van Hoord, we thank you for taking time out of your Saturdays, especially during a time as special as NFL playoff football. And speaking of NFL playoff football, as that goes out of bounds, the Buffalo Bills are leading the Denver Broncos 24-23 with 11:50 to go in the fourth quarter. So, heck of a turnaround by the Bills in the second half so far. And here come the Samba as Contenden being some contact as Mitch Boyer received the ball and possession arrow going back to Cleveland as Ramik Nurowski slices it down the middle. The shot blocked, and George Kephart right back there to take it away from Wasim Ahmad. Ahmad trying to get his foot in there. Good hustle, good sidesteps, good jukes by Wasim Ahmad. Just under 3 minutes gone by here in half number 2, and it's off the side. That was George Cottenden. That is off the side too far to the left. So the head bump there and the snatch. Good catch by Connor Russell. And now Cottenden giving it right back to Kephart. And just trying to avoid giving points to the wrong team. That was number 30 Sal right there around the goal. And Anthony DeMarco. Some good execution here by the Samba. And getting in front here is Cottenden. Cottenden over Sal. And the kick out of bounds by Connor Russell as that hit the top of the net. Now here comes penalty kick coming for Cigarak. Cigarak gets shot. His shot is blocked. Looks like we may try it this time. No, it's actually possession error going back to the Samba. Hustle down the floor and off to the side. Taking the shot there was Sahara Gunners number 22, Maurice Channer. And a player is down here. Anthony DeMarco, a little slow to get up for the Samba. Looks like he's getting back up. Just a little shaking up. Nothing too big. As it looks like Sebastian Lopez shaking the hand of Zagarak for the Samba. So, nice little sportsmanship after that little tough collision for Anthony DeMarco. And here comes this little side kick. up into far outs to the left. There, it looks like it hit the net. Yes, it did. Set it up here yet again, and down the middle. It's number 31, Sebastian Lopez. Trying to get this penalty kick in. Shot block. Good block. And up out of bounds again. As Zagarak, and it was snatched away. That was snatched away by the Gunners, number 11, Wangoe. And now Channer trying to do it again. His shot's blocked again. And Anthony DeMarco back down to the middle. Just trying to get a soft little pat down as DeMarco gets it in on the goal. Gets it in off the little side kick. And Anthony DeMarco pumped up and fired up. 10.5 to go, third quarter. Has definitely feeling that adrenaline. And now at 12-3, Samba lead. And a little tension there. Sebastian Lopez just frustrated with DeMarco, looks like it, going back to the bench. And it looks like he was having some harsh words as he went back to the bench. Now just under 5 minutes to go here, third quarter. Largest lead of the game for the Samba. It's 9, and Cannon Dees, and it rolls in off of Russell. Off of the body of Russell as Cannon Dees makes it a 10-goal lead. A 13-3 game. Lights out here for the Cleveland Samba. Starting to get a little offhand here early in this third quarter. It tipped the net, and the whistle blows. And it did hit the ceiling. It's a kick here by Jake Gratzer. Jake Gratzer gets it right back. And now Nick Holmick. Looks like they're going to call that. I believe it's out of bounds. Yes, it is out of bounds. So Sahara ball. Here comes Channer. Sebastian Lopez back into the game. Gunners only with 3 goals. The offense kind of being a little stagnant tonight after scoring 7 goals in their win 2 weeks ago at Youngstown. And that's up and out. Douglas Shabui had the advantage, but just out. And the bench getting a little rowdy here for the Samba with this 10-goal lead. They're just having a good time out here right now. About a little under 24 minutes left in this game. The Gunners need to respond fast. They need to make some adjustments right now. And here comes the whistle blown. Looks like a collision there around the bench and some substitutions going in. The whistle was blown by the officials. Here come the subs for Sahara. with 8:21 to go, third quarter. Here comes the roll down the field. Here comes Cottenden. Cottenden gets tripped up by Wasim Ahmad, and here comes the blue card on Ahmad. And it looks like we will get a yellow card as well. So the blue card went up first, and the yellow card goes up.
I said it. I said that was a red card. No, I'm saying like this, whatever. Yeah, I said it's a red card.
It looks like the Samba will be called for that yellow card.
Hey, is that not a red though? Can we watch the camera? Or what?
I believe it was on Nikola Zagarak as he's having a conversation with the officials. So what technically started is that the blue card was thrown. It was called on Wasim Ahmad. Well, it looks like it may have been changed to a yellow card, if anything. So the yellow card, here comes the penalty kick by number 87, George Kepfart. So yes, that was the yellow card being changed from a blue card. Am I getting this wrong? So a 5-on-4. So yes, it was both a blue and a yellow card here by the Sahara Gunners. They're down 2 minutes with 8 minutes exactly to go in the third. So a little double whammy for the Sahara Gunners, who are already in this tough alley right now. Settles the confusion. And here come the Samba trying to take advantage of this 5-on-4. It's taken here by Connor Russell. Connor Russell throws it down. Mitch Boyer right there for the takeaway. And now Hogan Kern hesitating, stepping back. Now giving it off to Romik Narowski. So now looks like Kepfart standing there on the right. And now Boyer scoops it off. Here comes number 15, Mitch Boyer again. They're just taking their time. And in there, just with the soft, deadly roll. That was trying to spot the number. Number 17, Hogan Kern, yes. 14-3 is your score with 6:59 to go in the third quarter. And we once again thank you for watching this game of MASL Soccer. This game, once again, being brought to you by Sudge McGuire Bar and Grill, 2025 official partner of the Cleveland Samba, as well as Matthew Warner Realtor at KW Elevate. That is Keller Williams. We Sell Ohio team. Dial 440-429-6657. That is 440-429-6657. Or contact Matthew Warner at mwarner@kw.com. Matthew Warner, realtor of Keller Williams. So about a minute into this power play right now, as the double whammy was called. It looks like Wasim Ahmad thought he was heading back out there on that to the onto the field. It looks like the Sahara Gunners have 5 men back, so it looks like the power play might have ended a little early. Looks like it was maybe only a minute. There, and the head bump by Anthony DeMarco. That was number 14, Daniel Lopez, scooping it off to Wangui for the Gunners. Anthony DeMarco right there, and some contact. As Anthony DeMarco will get possession. The boot down the floor. Now taken by Jordan Lewis. Hustle now by Sebastian Lopez. Desperation time for the Gunners. Time running down here in the third quarter. Well over halfway through. And an 11-point deficit. Looking for some answers. They could really use them at this moment of time. And here comes Daniel Lopez and almost got it in. Unsuccessful and too far out to the left. So it's just not been that kind of night for Sahara. It looks like out of bounds. So you see the Sahara Gunners just really struggling to find any sort of offense, and as well as the defense, nothing that's just been going their way. And Wangui got this little free kick off, and Daniel Lopez containing it. Wangui around the box and take it away by Cannon Dees. And Cannon Dees gets tripped up into the glass a little bit. Maybe a little borderline boarding. But incidental, to say the least. Take a white back by the Gunners. Just over 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Taken away. Sebastian Lopez kicks it down. And looks like they're trying to call the 3 lines, and it appears that they will get the 3 lines. So the 3 lines has been called as they were well around their box and kicked it to the other side of the wall. And it's blocked. That was Connor Holla with the shot. Connor Holla trying to get it back, and Jake Gratzer finishes it. Jake Gratzer making it a 15-3 lead here in this third quarter with 4:45 to go. Holy schmoly. $12-goal lead here for the Samba. Tied for the lead, tied for the margin of victory that they had in the first meeting back on December 20th. But the Gunners will stay on the road after this one, as that was scooped up by Connor Russell, as they will travel to the Red Hot Rock City Boom and George Kippart. And that game's actually next week at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So kind of a late night out there in Rochester. Cleveland Samba trying to go to above 500 again. And that's the tap there. And now here comes Wasim Ahmad, too high. They had good chances, but it's just a little sliver out either to the top or to the left or to the right. And that's how it's just been going. And a collision there at the wall, as I believe Condon crashed into the wall there. With the Samba taken back by Ramik Narowski. And Sal just backing off as Connor Russell hurls it down. Down the middle trying to finish there was Mo Bakar. And now Million Evans with just over 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Here comes the sub, Jordan Lewis. The Samba, after this game, will have a 3-game road stand over the next 3 weeks. And it looks like a whistle has been blown. Looks like they're going to call that on number 24 for the Gunners. But a 3-game road stand. Next week they travel to Youngstown to Samba, and then they will have 2 games in Buffalo back-to-back weeks, as that is out of bounds. A shot there by Cottondon. So just round 2 of a 4-game season series right now. But these 2 teams will square off again in Buffalo on January 31st, 2 weeks from now, and February 7th, 3 weeks from now. Both 1 p.m. kickoff times. So, as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, Sebastian Lopez gives it off to Channer. Channer lost the handle as tripping down to the ground was number 67, Matt Skladany. And a whistle blows, and Leon Evans having a little discussion with the official around the other end. And the kick there to the corner. And it's too far out. Too far out. And the kick there by Skladany. Taken almost by Jordan Lewis, but Anthony DeMarco right there to bail him out. They're just taking their time with a very comfortable 15-goal lead. Now the kick around center. As Wangui takes it back for Sahara. And shot blocked there by Nick Holmick. Nick Holmick scoops it off to Charlie Cruz. Shot blocked, and Channer right there for the taking. Some subs coming in for the Samba. Connor Holla back in. And a lot more contact there at the wall. You're seeing both teams get a lot more physical around the boards here tonight compared to that first meeting. Keep in mind, they did play on the other field that is to the far end of our viewing sense, our viewing site, on the other side of this complex. And that is blocked. That was Connor Holland. With the shot and too high for Charlie Cruz with under 20 seconds to go, third quarter. What has just been a kind of night at Sahara with one to forget. And now 7 seconds as they give it off to Connor Hollett. Now with 2 seconds, he shoots in, blocked, and that will do it here for a very convincing third quarter by the Cleveland Samba, heading into the final frame with the Samba leading the Sahara Gunners. Looking to take round two. They lead 15-3 here on Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports is Northeast Ohio's new home for high school athletics. If you're interested in advertising with a company who is dedicated to covering our communities around the clock, then we encourage you to scan the QR code on screen or follow the link below to get your feet in on the ground floor and become a partner with Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.
So, as I'm hearing right now, Denver, down 27-23, has just scored a touchdown to take the lead with 1:13 to go. Yes, it looks like they just scored a touchdown. And the extra point penalty looks like it's up and good. We are seeing from the far TV to my right as Denver leads with just around a minute to go in the game. That is the NFL Divisional Playoff update, the exclusive update. As Denver looking to go back to the AFC Championship for the first time since their Super Bowl run of 2015. But back here in indoor soccer, here on Godaway Sports, Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer, and the Cleveland Samba leading the Sahara Gunners 15-3 as we start this fourth and final quarter. And a lot of hustle there for both sides on that last stalemate. But it's just been all Samba tonight. The defense has been stellar. The offense has been stellar, absolutely. Maybe even trying to eclipse their 22 goals from back on December 17th. Here comes the kick there. There is a collision, but taken right back by Hogan Kern. It's up for grabs and blocked and out of bounds. It looks like Nick Holmick, still your goalkeeper for the Samba here in this fourth quarter. So yes, a different strategy from the first meeting between these two teams. So both goalies getting a half apiece. And once again, a kick out of bounds. But here come the Gunners. Wasim Ahmad losing the separation. And now Skladany passes Million Evans, and no goal yet. And there will be no goal. Good save, just a nice save by number 0, Connor Russell. Here comes Nick Holmick just to kick it away. Number 24 now for the Gunners. And now taken back by Sal. And Ahmad. A defense by Anthony DeMarco. But the Gunners get a chance to put it in the goal, and it is a goal. Making it a 13-4 game. Thanks to the likes of Mobakar. So still a long ways to go with 12:56 to go. But at least they start the fourth quarter off on a high note. So at the center circle is Connor Holland. Bounce there, and now number 6, Jake Gratzer for the Samba, gives it off to Hollett. Hollett trying to finish the job, and he does. Connor Hollett just sneaky. He's a sneaky one coming off the bench. He may be a substitute, but he is continuing to score when he can. 16-4 lead for the Samba. Every time the Gunners score, the Samba just has a response. And it looks like a little tripping hazard. They may get number 11, Dylan Keeling, for tripping. It looks like they will. As possession error going back to Sahara. But here comes Cannon Dees right down the other end for the Cleveland Samba. Charlie Cruz pass off. And it's up and in. Connor Hollett yet again. 2 quick goals by Hollett, making it a 17-4 lead. They're just scoring at will here in North Olmsted. They're at the center circle. As Mobakar trying to get it and trying to put in some points to at least give Sahara some hope heading into next week. And out of bounds, no, too far to the left, excuse me, by Cottenden. And it looks like they're going to blow a whistle on Wasim Ahmad. Wasim Ahmad very animated there with that last call. Definitely expressing his emotions right now. Penalty kick coming here for Cottenden. It's blocked. Now they're going to try it again with Mitch Boyer. It's up and in. Slicing it in is Mitch Boyer, making it an 18-4 lead for the Cleveland Samba. Off a nice little penalty kick. Here we got a special update. Looks like Buffalo driving down to the Denver 32, down 3 with 24 seconds to go in the divisional playoff game. Looking to at least tie up the game and go to overtime. That's a special update here, back here as they're around the corner. As number 15, Mitch Boyer, back at it. Samba definitely making their presence felt tonight. After what was a rough 20-point defeat 2 weeks ago at the hands of Rock City Boom. And no one can even attest to the Rock City Boom. And this is considering the fact that now, as I speak, George Kempart gets it in off his body, off his chest bump, and 19-4 is your score. So George Kempart using all of his might. This little chest bump and a 15-goal advantage. And there's still over 10.5 minutes left. And a missed opportunity for Buffalo's number 12, Q Davis. Q Davis fairly silent tonight on the Sahara end. And now number 24, just trying to keep it out of the goal. And well too far out. There's a nice shot, but Sal just couldn't get that angle. And here comes a defensive stalemate again. Polazagarak getting it. And that hit the glass. Moving the basketball. Moving the soccer ball, excuse me. Been used to calling basketball games. They're moving the soccer ball. What a nice save there by Nick Kalmick. And now the Gunners just trying to end this game with some optimism. But the stingy goalkeeping defense is what has just been eating Buffalo all night long. Just under 9 minutes to go. Here, this one in a 19-4 lead for the Cleveland Samba. Roaring well to more than likely a 2-1 record to start off this 2025-26 season. And it looks like an update from Denver as the Buffalo Bills just got a field goal, just connected on a field goal to tie up the game at 30. More than likely going to overtime as Wasim Ahmad was in the mix there for the Sahara Gunners and trying to make his case felt with 8:19 to play. And trying to slice it in. Looks like Sebastian Lopez. Douglas Shabowie. The Samba defense has done a heck of a better job this time around, shutting down Shabowie. And the defense, heck of an improvement right now. They gave up 10 goals to Sahara back on December 20th, and they've only given up 4 goals right now. And takeaway there by Wangui. Wangui, it's blocked. The head bump, another head bump, this time by a Samba player. And now the acrobatic kick by Connor Hollett, giving it yet another fight. Halfway through this fourth quarter. And a chest bump by Channer. Here comes number 28, Connor Hollett, and a collision there between Connor Hollett and Daniel Lopez. But looks like no whistle blown. And it's up and in. It's up and in a 19-5 game. Looks like that was Douglas Shabowie scoring for the Sahara Gunners. And a timeout here on the floor. It's Cleveland Samba 19, the Sahara Gunners 5. And this game being brought to you once again by Simvay Systems. Christopher David Oswald on 29570 Clemens Road in Westlake. That is 29570 Clemens Road in Westlake. Dial 216-282-8192. So here comes the nice little boom in the goal. That is number 18, George Cottenden. Making it a 20-5 game. It looks like a timeout will be called on the floor. here in the fourth quarter. 6:29 to go. The Cleveland Samba lead the Sahara Gunners 20-5. So once again, this game being brought to you in part by the Cleveland Samba, as well as AO Infinite Globe Life Insurance. Contact us today, Philip Spagnolo, 724-824-6664, and Nick Skordos, 216-333-0997. That is AO Infinite Globe Life Insurance. And yes, overtime starting in Denver between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. For those of you watching from Buffalo, hoping your Bills go to a Super Bowl and hopefully win the big one. Definitely an exciting fill time in that city indeed. But the Gunners, with these 5 goals, what can they do in the final 6 minutes? Here comes George Kepfart. Shot was saved there by Connor Russell. Now the hustle down the field by Mitch Boyer. Mitch Boyer losing it. And Ramit Narowski able to get it back for a brief second. And now George Cottenden. As pretty much here in the waning minutes of this game, it's all about just pride, maybe some stat padding. Coming up with some new plays for next week with the game well in hand with this 15-goal advantage. As the Gunners, and it looks like a collision there again. Now here comes Mo Bakar. Mo Bakar trying to get loose and out of bounds. And the substitutions coming in for Sahara. So here comes Wasim Ahmad kicking it from the center for Sahara, hoping to get on the board, trying to get an assist off to Sebastian Lopez, but he couldn't get it in. But Sahara back with possession. And now number 14, Daniel Lopez. Sebastian Lopez now stepping back. Taking their time. And it's off the wall. Wasim Ahmad losing traction. Lost his balance for a second and missed the shot. And the shot there by Channer is blocked by Nick Homick. The goalie is just doing it all for the Cleveland Samba side tonight as Nikola Zagarak gets tripped down to the ground. They're going to call that on Daniel Lopez. Kick there by Homick. Samba getting closer and closer to win number 2, and that goes in for the Gunners. Maurice Channer making it a 20-6 game. So what a time here. An upstart Cleveland Samba team in their second season of operations. They had a really good team last year in their first year of operations. Considering they just were a startup, has been admitted to the MASL 3. This is definitely looking to be a team for the making in the East Division of the MASL 3. There are 4 teams in the East Division. These 2 teams here tonight, and the Youngstown Nighthawks and the Rock City Boom. And that's up and in. Up and in for Charlie Cruz. 21-6 your score. The clock now reads 3:04 in this one. In the boot there. Now at the corner, trying to get it in with Sebastian Lopez. A low ground kick there. It's batted. And kicked down the field by Cannon D's. Connor Hollick couldn't finish. Another player down here for Sahara, but he is getting back up slowly, and it's in. It's in for the Gunners. Not going down without a fight. They make it a 21-7 score with 2.5 minutes exactly to go. So here comes Ramit Narowski just booting it down to the corner. Another solid win here for Samba. Now lead the series 2-0 this season. Mobakar losing it. Mobakar shot blocked by Mitch Boyer. Jumping blocked again, this time by Narowski. And, looks like a player crashed into the wall. Looks like a Samba fell down. Asking to be helped up. Ramit Narowski. Now here comes a corner kick coming. Shot block there, and George Kepfart. Back to Narowski, back to Kepfart. Up in play, and trying to finish is Cottenden. Cottenden off the back of his foot. And gives the pass off to Sal. Sal. Good takeaway by Mitch Boyer. Under a minute and a half to go in this one.
Keep the ball, George. Yes.
And now subbing in is Nikola Zagarek. Comes the roll down by Connor Russell. So here comes, under a minute to play now. They're in the corner. It's up and out, but that's it. Looks like that was Wasim Ahmad putting it in the goal to make it a 21-8 game. 39 seconds left. And now hustling down is Channer for the Gunners. And now with 20 seconds left, they're just looking to hold on and just call it a night. DeMarco hustling back to get it. Mo Bakar there, 10 seconds left. What can they do? It's Sal off to the right. And kick down and in play. And that will do it. So your final here tonight, the Cleveland Samba 28 and the Sahara Gunners the Cleveland Samba 21 and the Sahara Gunners 8. Beg your pardon, jumped the gun there. But a nice, solid performance by the Cleveland Samba offense again, with 21 goals and a much improved defensive outing against this Sahara Gunner team. 10 goals in the first meeting given up, now just 8 goals given up, as they will start a 3-game road stand over the next 3 weeks. Next week, they'll travel down to Cortland, Ohio, to the Farmer Jim's complex down there in Cortland in the Youngstown area, as the Cleveland Samba will take on the Youngstown Nighthawks. And then they'll have 2 back-to-back games at Buffalo on the 31st and on February 7th. And that game against Youngstown next week on the road is at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, once again, a solid win here in the Sportsplex on a different field nonetheless for the Samba, but it doesn't matter. It's the same complex, it's the same venue, and they will gladly take win number 2 here in game number 3. So, alongside my cameraman, Donald Van Horn, this is Noah Ricks, your play-by-play announcer, signing off. Final score here, Cleveland Samba 21 and the Sahara Gunners 8. You have been watching a presentation of Godaway Sports.
Godaway Sports and City View Sportscast thanks you for watching this presentation of high school athletics. For more coverage of your local teams, stay tuned to Godaway. Godaway Sports, we got away.